Hey guys, welcome to our series Lawyers, a byproduct of our YouTube channel The Normal Litigators. Today, I'm Advocate Upasna, Legal Associate at the Law Offices of Kumar Vivek Tanwar, Advocate and Associates. We'll discuss on the topic Article 32, the cornerstone of democratic edifice. As B.R. Ambedkar considered this article as the heart and soul of the Indian Constitution. And this article deals with remedies for enforcement of rights conferred by Part 3 of the Constitution of India. And this Part 3 of Constitution confers certain fundamental rights to Indian citizens, which is given under Article 12 to Article 35. So basically, the right to constitutional remedy is also a fundamental right. Ubi jus ibi remedium. Where there is a right, there is a remedy. It is the basic principle of law that in order to protect a right, there is always a remedy. Applying the same principle, we observe that the Indian Constitution provides ample of rights called as fundamental rights. Now, in order to protect these fundamental rights, there should be a remedy, and this protection is provided under Article 32 of the Constitution of India. And Article 32 also empowers the Supreme Court to issue writs for purpose of enforcement of fundamental rights, and for this purpose it is also known as protector and guarantor of fundamental rights. And the same power to issue writs is given to the High Court also under Article 226 of the Indian Constitution. The Supreme Court under Article 32 and High Court under Article 226 can issue writs in order to protect these fundamental rights. The first writ is habeas corpus. Habeas corpus is a Latin phrase which means you must have the body. It is the judicial order issued by the Supreme Court or the High Court by which a person who is confined by any public or private agency may secure his release. It can be filed by any person on behalf of the person detained or by the detained person himself. The res judicata and constructive res judicata have no application in case of writ of habeas corpus. And the second writ is mandamus. Mandamus is issued in form of pan order by the Supreme Court or High Court to any constitutional or statutory or non-statutory body to do or to forbear to do something which the agency is obliged to do or not to do and is in the nature of public duty. And the conditions for granting of mandamus are, first of all, there must be a public duty. Secondly, there must be a specific demand and refusal. Thirdly, there must be a clear right to enforce the duty, and the right must be subsisting on the date of petition. And all other grounds on which the certiorari and prohibition can be issued. And the third writ is prohibition. Writ of prohibition is a judicial order issued by the Supreme Court or High Court to any constitutional, statutory or non-statutory agency to prevent these agencies from continuing their proceedings when there is an access or lack of jurisdiction and there is an abuse of their jurisdiction. Further, if they act in violation of principles of natural justice and in contravention of law of the land, if there is a fraud and if there is infringement of fundamental rights. And the fourth writ is certiorari. Certiorari is a Latin phrase which means to inform. It is a judicial order directed by the Supreme Court or the High Court to any constitutional body, statutory body or non-statutory body or to a person. And this writ is directed for requiring the records of any action to be certified by the court. And the grounds on which the writ of certiorari can be issued are lack of jurisdiction, access of jurisdiction, abuse of jurisdiction, violation of principles of natural justice, error of apparent on the face of record, fraud. And the fifth writ is quo warranto. Quo warranto means by what authority? It is a judicial order issued by the Supreme Court or High Court by which any person who occupies an independent office is asked to show by what authority he claims it. Thus, it gives judiciary a weapon to control executive, the legislature, the statutory and non-statutory bodies in matter of appointment to public offices. And conditions for grant of quo warranto are there must be an office, and that office must be a public office. And that public office must be substantive in nature, and the person must be in actual possession of the office. The office must have in contravention of the law. That's all for today. I hope you all have liked our podcast channel. If so, then do please subscribe our channel, The Noble Litigators. You may ask questions and may suggest us for further. You may ask questions and can suggest us for further improvements. And for any further query, you may contact us on our website advocatetanwar.com. Thank you and have a good day.